Hello viewers, we are once again back with a new episode, and in today's episode, we will be taking you to the concept of world of work preparing for the future. We are right now inside the Banrock Auditorium. The talk will be delivered by Nari, Shakti, Puraskar 2019 Awardee, Hekani Jakhalu Kense. So, let's have an enlightening session in today's episode.
To begin with, last month, the college had given me the privilege of attending an extensive national workshop on curriculum framework and implementation of the new education policy 2020. Learner resource persons from various universities and institutes such as IIT, Indian Institute of Space, Science and Technology, shared the vision of the new education policy 2020. And in the discussion, much was stressed on experiential learning, value-based teaching learning, competency-based assessment, and most importantly, collaborative and blended learning. So now the question is, why the new education policy? Will the new education policy bridge the gap that the present education system have? Well, to this, today unemployment is a defining challenge for the state government, the central government, and for that matter, even the educational institute. The ever-changing landscape of the global economy has demanded reorientation, reorganization, and readaptation to the developing scenario. In this context, it is important to understand, rather define the term work itself. And inherently, this calls for changing our perspective of work at the foundation level. So this takes us to the very concept of world of work, which is the topic for today's deliberation.
Respected Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, a hearty welcome to a talk on world of work preparing for the future. I'm extremely overwhelmed to extend a warm welcome to our resource person, Ms. Hekani Jakhalu Kense, a lawyer, founder of YouthNet, and a recipient of Nari Shakti Puraskar, the highest civilian award to women by the President of India in the year 2019. We are privileged to have such a great personality in our midst as a resource person for this program.
And I can see a world is waiting for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say all sounds crazy. They can say I lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in the world that we desire. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the world I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
Will be as enriching and engaging as our distinguished guest herself, who is known for building lives of many youngsters in the state. Have the right person to be delivering the talk on world of work, preparing for the future. Please welcome Hekani Jakhalu Kense, who has had a front row view of the world of work and how the process or what kind of process is involved in preparing for the future.
Thank you, Dr. Ese. Good morning, everyone. I'm very excited to be here. Thank you so much, Puraskar College, and for the warm welcome as well. The Department of Women Cell, the Gender Champion, Dr. Puraskar and everyone, Mr. Mount for the warm welcome address as well. Finally, I'm in the Patkai. Like, I'm excited, you know. 16 years of YouthNet, 16 years of working in Nagaland on youth empowerment, youth development, and I finally get this opportunity to stand in front of you all in the prestigious hall of yours. I have a special corner for Puraskar College. My husband, Awardee Kense, was an alumna of Puraskar. Whatever I am today is because of my amazing husband, the support that he gives me to be who I am, and in so many ways, what YouthNet is to me. So I believe Puraskar College has nurtured him well, and that is why I'm in a position to stand before you this morning and share my experiences with you. I'm not an expert, okay? But I've been working in the field of youth employment, youth empowerment, livelihood for 16 years. So in a way, whatever I'm going to be sharing with you is my experiences, and as a senior, I'm always very impatient, I'm always very ambitious for all of you and for the future of our people. And that is why whatever I'm going to say, I'm not going to be talking any high-funda stuffs. Those are boring. I'm going to be really talking about experiences, and I'm also joined by my senior colleague, Tipila Zimomi, who is also an alumna of Puraskar College. We have a small exercise that we'll be carrying out with you, and I think those are very, very important exercises that we usually do with young people. So the second half, I'll be just sharing very briefly about 15 minutes or so, and we'll be doing an exercise. I'll give some time to Tipi for that exercise, and you know, the new age, the world of work. They are the younger ones, they know what is trending. For me, it's more about sharing of my experiences. And after that, if we still have time, then we can do the question and answer round. But for me, anywhere I go, it's not about talking, you know. It's more about sharing of experiences, sharing with each other, and learning from each other, and that's how we grow. And I want this. I don't know how the environment is when you walk into this hall. It must be, you know, you're in college and there's a stiff environment. But for me, wherever I go and whatever program that YouthNet conducts or is part of it, we try to make it as interactive as possible. We try to make it as informal as possible. So I want all of you this morning to loosen up and just enjoy the next 1 hour to 1.5 hours. When I start anything, I love asking this question. Okay, this is my first question to any young people that I'm interacting with. And I want all of you to think and answer, or think and react. How many of you want to be successful in life? Can you raise your hands? I'll give more time. How many of you want to be successful? There's nothing to feel shy. If you want to be successful, please lift up your hands. Okay? So, everyone wants to be successful, or is there someone who has not lifted up their hands? Okay, let me ask another question. How many of you want to be a loser? I'm sure there's someone in this hall. Like, I don't care, like, you know, I don't have to be a successful person. Is there anyone here? So all of you want to be successful, right? Right?
Yes.
Yes, all of us want to be successful. If the same question were to be asked 10, 15 years back in the same hall, the answer would have been the same. Every young person has a dream. Every young person wants to be successful. When I was a student like you, I want to be successful too. But even if this question were asked, like I mentioned, 10, 15 years back, it would have been the same question. But if you look at people around us, there's so many people who have unfortunately not made it as much as they have dreamt of. And to be very honest, in the Nagaland situation, in the Nagaland context, only few people actually go and achieve what they have dreamt of. And now success is not actually defined by how much money you have in the bank, whether you have enough money, success. I want to be successful, I want to go for a holiday, I want to drive a swanky car, I want to wear designer clothes. That does not define success. It could be success for some people, but for some people it could be, I want to be this amazing teacher where I want to go to a village and make sure that every young person there is nurtured, and they get good quality education, even if it's in the village standard. So that could be a success for that person, right? But everyone at some point of time, everyone wants to be successful. Now what defines and what differentiates between a successful person and a person who don't make it? And it's a very cliche thing, we always hear it all the time. Very simple, it's hard work. Only hard work, okay? You must be fed up of listening to your teachers, your parents, every time. Work hard, study hard. You must be so fed up. But really, that's the only option. That's the only answer if you want to be successful. It is said, success is 99% hard work and 1% luck. Very simple put. All of us, who doesn't like sleeping, getting up late? Today also, some people are late. There's only a handful who turned up on time. The others were like, oh my God, today's Saturday. Why the hell is she coming to talk to us on a Saturday? It's a holiday, I'm sure many of you must have first this morning. Successful people, even if you are trying to sleep, even if you don't want to get up. All of us don't want to get out of the bed, but the person who is a successful person will get out of the bed anyway. That person is focused. That person, in case you're thinking, maybe there's a topper in this hall. There may be some toppers. I'm sure there are toppers here. And there are some people who are quite behind. Do you think the topper in your class don't like sleeping? Do you think he's really enjoying all the time to study? No. But he or she is doing it anyway. Because she wants to succeed in life. And so please keep in mind, very, very simple, hard work is the only answer if you want to be successful. Census 2011. Census is counted after every 10 years. So in 2011 and 2021, it should be already counted, but for whatever reason it's delayed. But if you take census 2011, the population of Nagaland is about 19.8 lakh. And young people between the age of 15 and 35 constitute about 8 lakh of the population, about 45%. And this is a very, very important number. I want all of you to remember this number. Nagaland, don't like numbers. Everything keep cushy, But data are very, very important. So you have to start loving numbers if you don't love numbers also. 8 lakh is very important, don't forget this, because right now, you're still in college, you're still studying. So your life is very shielded, your life is very comfortable. You have still not entered into the world of work. You have not actually seen the real world. You are going to be competing against 8 lakh other young people for that very limited opportunity and resources. The competition is not with your classmate anymore. In school, in college, it could be. But in the world of work, the competition is not with your college mate. There's no more competition with your community, your village. You are going to compete against 8 lakh. Now that the census in this past 10 years, it must have gone up. But minimum 8 lakh population you are competing with. It is going to be survival of the fittest. And all of you want to be successful. But don't forget, it's survival of the fittest. The minute you pass out of college, the minute you walk out of your campus, that is when you are entering the real world. That is when you are going to compete. And you might as well start preparing yourself now onwards. And so when I talk to young people, I say, don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait. I'll start planning, after I graduate. I'll take a gap year. And gap year is a very Western term. But nowadays I hear people in Nagaland also say, I'll take a gap year. I don't understand what's the gap year from there. But nevertheless, no, don't wait. The time is now. In fact, when we're talking about career, if we're talking about preparing about their life, it should happen while you're still in school. But nevertheless, it's almost late, but still you're not late. But don't wait for you to finish your graduation and then think about it. You have to start planning now. And it could start with anything. So, as a young person, I also dreamt of something, And though it has been a difficult journey, I'm happy that I could reach this point. And in life, nothing is enough. Though we have reached here, we still want to reach somewhere. And you have to constantly keep on going. When I just generally look at all of you, there are 3 categories of people sitting here. One category is people who have sort of sorted out, as in like, I know what I want to do. After I finish college, I'm going to pursue this line. The second category of people have a couple of options. I want to do this also is not too bad. I'm really confused whether I want to do this or this. Okay, those are the second category of people sitting here. The third category of people sitting here are, I have no idea what I'm going to do. You're very fortunate because I'm not going to ask any one of you who falls in what category. Because I'm going to say the people who fall in the third category, and you know who you are. You all know which category you fall into. Whether you're falling into first category, I'm sorted, I want to do this. Things can change, aspirations can change. Just because you've decided I want to do this does not mean if I don't do this, then I'm a loser. No. Like, I wanted to be a lawyer, right? And I worked to be a lawyer. But at some point of time, I had a different calling and I took a turn. A really 360-degree turn. And I am where I am today. But whatever I have learned in the past has built me to be where I am today. So I have no regrets. So for some people, you have sorted out. For some people, there's confusion. But that is still okay because you're still trying to figure out, you have some idea. The third category of people, those who still do not know what they want to be in life. All I can say is, you guys are lazy. You are just working, paving your way towards failure. I'm very sorry to say that. You better go back home tonight and do a reflection on yourself. During my time, we did not have much information. Today, there's no excuse of any kind. Information is at the tip of your finger. Instead of wasting time, if you're interested in something, do a Google search, find out. There are 10,000 and thousands of information that just pop up. If you're interested in something, start doing the research on that and try to see whether that is really what you want to do or not. You have to do that. You cannot just live a life depending on your parents, what your teachers are going to say, what my friends, after college, no, it's not that anymore. Remember 8 lakh people, the real world awaits you, so you better be prepared. Statistics shows Nagaland has the highest urban unemployment rate in the Northeast. Statistics also show Nagaland has the highest rural unemployment rate in the country. How scary is that? Do you want to be one of the number in the statistics of unemployment, or do you want to reverse that? That's totally up to you.
The most important thing you have to work on is in your resume. Whenever you're applying for a job, they're not going to call you and like, hey, XYZ, come for an interview. The first thing that is going to reach the desk or the table or the email or the inbox of the employer is your resume. So maybe you have 10 skills, maybe you have 100 enough skills, you have so much of talent, but until and unless your resume qualifies, you will never be able to execute or show your talents. What is the word of work then at all? The word of work, we will have to talk about the trends in the marketplace. When we talk about the trends in the marketplace, what are the jobs that are trending right now? I just want to ask, how many of you have here, decided like, where do you want to spend your Christmas this year? Have you decided like, put a job? I will not ask where, yeah. Just raise your hand, I just want to see where you want to spend your Christmas. Or what you will wear. Okay, then let me ask you another question. After your exams, your semester exam, have you decided where to go? Like, you feel like, let me go for a vacay. Can I see your hands? I see your hands. So I also want to ask the same question to those people who have raised. Did you think
about what you will do after your sixth semester, like which career or which line you will pursue. Okay, one? Okay, thank you. So, when I interact with young people, they'll say, vacation planning, yes. December, they know where to go. But if I ask them, after your class 10, after 6th semester 12, which honors do you want to take? Or which stream do you want to take? Or which career would you? I don't know. So, according to researchers, it's not me who says, according to researchers, it says that people spend more time planning their vacation or their holidays than their career. Career, according to Marshall President, we choose there also. So it's not a career; it's a process. It's a process, not just right after your marks. It's not just when you're sixth semester, but it's never too late. You will have to start planning for your career. Now, we will encourage you to go for career fair. When you go to career fairs, you will also explore the job that you might not even think like, oh, it's been thinking a job. So we will encourage you to go to career fair. We will encourage you to go and do internships. Just don't do for the sake of doing, but you need to have the objective. Internship, industry exposure is very much needed in industry visits. And then community scanning. So these are some of the things that you need to do as a young people or as a student.
You have to put a tick on the circle, okay? The circle itself. Second is, I like to do puzzles. If you like to do puzzles, I have clear instructions to follow. I like to try to influence or persuade people.
Even as I was listening to Ma'am and Sabila, there are some takeaway points before we go to the question and answer round. Some really strive to get their dream job. Some don't. While some are without a job. And some dissatisfied with the job that assures their survival. What does this mean? Exactly what the man and Sapila had pointed out. One is to be gainfully employed and happy. Second is to work hard, rather. And the third is most important point is consistency. So hard work, consistency, and your interest. These are the things that you need to collaborate and then so well that decides your career. So now we move on to the question and answer round.
Points before we begin with it. Whoever has a question, please come to the front. There's a mic here, alright, out there, alright. So please come and raise your questions. Please make your questions concise, to the point, and relevant to the discussion, so that we can accommodate as much questions as possible in the limited time. So, anyone, any questions, please come to the mic and please ask your questions.
Currently, I'm taking up commerce, and I'm doing BCom now. And being taking up BCom, I want to clear PhD exam and want to become this accounts and finance officer. So I read that consistency. I know myself that it's quite hard to achieve that level. But I have the consistency, but I cannot maintain the consistency. So what is your view on it?
So let me tell you something. There's no technical answer to that, but the mind is so powerful. You just have to train your mind to focus. Everybody, like I started my whole sharing with the question, who wants to be successful? Everybody dreams of that. But the point is, you need to discipline yourself, you need to stay focused. Of course, it's difficult. Your mobile phone is ringing, your friends are hanging out, there's a new movie that's released on Netflix, everything you might get distracted, right? But it's how you discipline your mind. For example, I have a friend who's a diplomat, Indian Foreign Service, his name is Vijito. So when he tried twice and he passed the exam, and he's in the Foreign Service now. I called him to interact with young people who were sitting for exams, and he said, In Nagaland, we sit for exams for 10 years until we're 35. It doesn't work like that. Make up your mind and tell yourself that you're going to study and give exam only for 2 years. And these 2 years will be eating, sleeping, drinking, only books. No social life. That's what he said. And he said the exam. It's not like he was just talking about somebody, right? It's just, and you'll be surprised. The mind is so powerful. It's all about how you stay focused and how you tell your mind, how you train your mind to be disciplined.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, my question is, what are the internship opportunities here in Nagaland, and how YouthNet is like helping, and how do we pursue if YouthNet is giving internship?
So internship opportunities, it's a very new thing in Nagaland. And in India, in other parts of India or even in the West, internship is something that young people, even in the president's office, even in the Oval Office, there are internship opportunities. It's opening up slowly, and we started this program about 5-6 years back. And when we started this program, we had so many people. We even had a student from Oxford University who interned with us about 5 years back, And so it became a little overwhelming for us because young people want to intern throughout the year. And when young people are coming to us, we're also responsible to make sure that they're learning. So it takes a lot of energy and our time. And so we decided that we would not have it throughout the year, but only during summer or maybe winter. Winter not too much, but mostly during summer. There's a process where they write to us, and then we reply depending on the timing, the schedule. We do it together so that it's easier for us to give them the orientation, assignments, and even. So for us, we are open.
So what would be your advice to the students who are kind of want to have a better future, so they don't content their feelings and they just try to get what is right there in front of their eyes.
And that is why it is also the responsibility of seniors, whether it's the university, organizations like us, and that is why we have this exercise. When it comes to career, you cannot say that I'm not aware of it. And you cannot be blaming your parents and your teachers for it. But at the same time, it is also our job to make sure that our children and our young people are also guided in the right direction.
And did a part-time job while studying side by side. I wanted to ask, how did you balance your work and your studies, and what were the challenges you faced? And what advice would you give to me and someone else like me who is struggling to find a balance in life? Thank you.
The struggle that I went through in college is nothing compared to the struggle that I'm going through now. I'm a mother, I'm a working mother, and I consider myself a superwoman, and I say all working women are super mom, super heroes. Okay? So whatever struggle you're going through is nothing, okay? The biggest struggles I have. But as a student, yes. It's all about, I've said this before also, the power of your mind. Okay? Life, this is the best time of your life. Your time in college is the best time of your life. Once you get out of college, that's when the real world, the big bad world awaits you. When I was in college, though it was a struggle, I knew I had to do it. And that is the power of mind. Did I have an option? No, I did not have any option. Because if I did not work, I was not going to get an extra pocket money. And I always counted. My whole life it would walk around. I think dollar was about 47 rupees. Today it's about almost 80 rupees. Everything was about 47. $1 I'm counting 47 rupees. I'm going to buy something and it says it's $3. I quickly calculating into 47. I was so expertly multiplying. Because all the time I was multiplying. But I was so determined. I had no other option. Maybe other option would be reach out to my cousins, my uncles and aunties, whatever. But I was so determined that this is my time. I have 1 year to complete my master's. Master's was 1 year in US. And so I needed money. And when you are so determined about something, the universe works for you. And yes, conspires, So that's what I believe. And it worked.
Good morning, ma'am. And then my question is, What kept you going and what inspired you to be a successful person? And why did you leave everything and came back to London? Thank you.
It's a very long story, and I don't know whether you have this whole you have the whole list to my story, but like I mentioned, determined to become a successful lawyer. In 2005, I was part of a law firm as a partner of a law firm. I had gone to meet Chief Minister Rio to talk about my law firm. God was working in a very miraculous, in a very strange way. He started discussing about the problems of young people in Nagaland. You know? I don't know whether I should share this story, but I think it is because I should. Okay. So before this thing happened, I went to the prayer center. Okay? I went to the prayer center. That is why after time, my team still tells me, man, if you retire in life, we know what you're going to become. You don't have to worry about anything. You are going to become a good evangelist. And I'm very proud of that. But after that, I'm just bringing this thing in. Not because I want to be this great prayer warrior evangelist, but this is something that I've experienced in my life, you know. So I went to a prayer center in 2005. I was not feeling too well, and today we are very blessed. When you want spiritual strength, there are prayer warriors, there are prayer houses. You can just go and connect with God. During those days, even going there, a pastor was really traumatic. Like pastor is walking in the colony and you're running away. You want to, we are so scared of pastor. Prayer house rarely anywhere. There was this prayer house in Henry, and I went there. After 3 days of my prayer, when you finish up fasting and prayer and you're coming out, you have your last prayer with the pastor, and he tells me that God has other plans for you. You're coming back home to work for your people. And I just could not believe. And I was young myself, so I could not believe. I was like, my parents before that used to tell me, come back home, like any parents when they're too far away in the US or in Delhi, they want their daughter to come back home. But everything was very, very from the worldly perspective. I would say, oh no, I cannot come back to Nagaland. What would I do in Nagaland? I'm so highly qualified. That was my thought process. So after all those things, when this pastor is telling me that you're coming back home to work for the people, I was really taken aback. But that happened, I went back to Delhi, and I met the Chief Minister. But I had a one-hour conversation with him, and having a one-hour conversation with the Chief Minister is very rare. He's a very busy man, but I believe God was already working, the thing that he had already revealed to me. And I was talking to him, and I decided I'm putting everything and coming back home. It was very, very strange. After I went back home and I prayed about it. After 3 months, I was determined I'm going back home and I'm working for the people.
We'll just wind up here for now for the Q&A. But in case you have some queries, the organizers will be sharing our resource person's email or their contact numbers and all. So please make use of it. So with this, I have the time to
Okay, good afternoon or good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to give glory and honor to our Almighty God for bringing all of us to have this wonderful program. I, on behalf of the Women's Cell, Gender Champions, and the entire fraternity of the college, extend our sincere thanks to our resource person, Ms. Hekani Jakhalu Kense.
She will stand.
So, with this, we have come to the end of today's session. Please do like, share, and subscribe.